What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm Matt, that's Ash, and that's Dan. Nailed it.
Third time.
No, it would be the second time, but you interrupted me on the second time. Yes, we have let Dan come back. He has apologised for his massive ego after last week, which is why we had to kick him out. But
yeah,
we've allowed him to come.
None of the talent agents in London wanted me.
No,
so
we don't really want you, but you know, when you offer to do certain things, we can't say no.
Good to have you back, Dan.
Yeah, that's basically what I was saying.
Yeah.
This is a weekly show that the three of us do where we get together to discuss the latest news topics in the video game industry. We also then go through the game releases for that week before each picking our favourite game of the week. If you like video game related content, news, let's plays and general conversations, you can find everything we do on thegameinitiative.com. Links to that are down below. So, gentlemen and Ash, Activision have been busy this week.
They have.
Spending a lot of that Call of Duty money.
They have.
$5.9 billion in total to buy
King.
Candy Crush.
Well, King Digital.
Yeah.
King Digital Entertainment.
Yes.
Who are the developers of the Candy Crush games, Candy Crush Soda, Candy Crush Saga, two of the top 5 grossing mobile games in the past year. So pretty much spending money to buy more money. Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
The price was quite a premium though. If we looked at the share price of King the day before this announcement was made,
it's
basically a premium of $1 billion.
Yeah, it was 16%. Yeah.
Which is a fair chunk of change. But I saw this announcement and at first I was like, well, that makes sense. Activision are buying things that make the most money. That's what Activision do.
Yeah.
But then when I looked at like the financials of the company and looked at how much profit the company actually makes, it's like it's going to take them a long. I assume this 5.9 isn't going to be all cash. It's going to be shares and stuff like that.
Yeah, it will be.
But it just seems like a long time for them to make their money back. I think they made something like $120 million profit in Q2. So let's say they do roughly that every quarter.
Yeah, it's like half a billion.
Yeah, 500-600 million a year. It's going to take them many years to make it back.
It will, but they obviously see some potential there in the foundations and the groundwork of what King have been doing. Clearly there is a lot of demand for this type of game. Maybe not around this table, but there is demand there.
There is zero demand. But no, it's like the thing is as well. That's based off current figures.
Yeah,
and the projections have always been that mobile gaming is getting bigger.
Yes,
and
true.
so this is probably actually jumping on board. Obviously, not at the start.
It's
costing them like $6 billion, but it's jumping on board before the demand and the price goes higher.
Exactly.
Yeah, $6 billion today might be $10 billion in 2 years' time.
You've got to remember, you probably don't follow the share price of King, but King was when they IPO'd a year and a half ago. They IPO'd at sort of $18, $19, $20, and then they came all the way back down to like $10. So their share price has really rebounded quite a lot. Yeah. Clearly, they've been doing some things right. They've been tweaking some things, adjusting their revenue and their profit margins. So I think they are now a bit more of a profitable company than they were when they IPO'd. They were relatively new when Candy Crush came out.
They did Candy Crush Soda, so they got a whole new Candy Crush game now.
Yeah, kind of. But for those of you that know, King is actually was founded by 2 British guys.
So
Mel Morrison and Riccardo Zacconi. Doesn't sound very British.
It's not very British. The first one was British enough.
I know.
But there we go. So what do you think? Do you think that Activision are just gonna? They see this company, they see it making the right moves that you said. They're going to buy it. They're just going to add it to their catalogue and let it continue to run as it is. Or do you think that this is a way for them to maybe the foundations of the game and the IP of certain games are there, and they're then going to add their Activision IP into these type of games? So we get like because Activision isn't. Activision Blizzard is a huge company. Maybe like a World of Warcraft Saga or something.
Where's Call of Duty Saga?
Let's hope it doesn't go.
You have to match up the grenades.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, clearly, Activision. They're just a very, very good company, very profitable. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That they're not a Mickey Mouse company. So clearly they've done the right research and they see some potential there. Activision aren't going to just stick to, should we say, sort of adult games as such. They also want to be looking at games for all ages, and all types of people. So they're very diverse.
Yeah,
gamers might have their own opinions on Activision, but the bottom line is this company makes a shed load of money every single year. They know from a business perspective, like you said, they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they know better than us whether or not Candy Crush is worth $6 billion. So
they might actually also be cringing at the fact that Candy Crush is not a real game, and but it's money.
Maybe we're going to get like a AAA Candy Crush game.
No, we won't.
Let's move on to some more financials. So turning from a game show into a financial
and
show,
moving on to a AAA game
and AAA.
I should have bought my calculator.
So you got your phone?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Halo 5 has been out for almost 2 weeks now at the time of the airing of this episode. But Microsoft came out last week and gave the figures for the first week of sales of Halo 5 Guardians. Now, they didn't give us exactly how many units of the game have been sold.
No.
They did it in a very PR-friendly way. Like, everything was really good, They generated $400 million in the first week, which, no matter which way you look at it, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's the biggest Halo launch ever, so that's also good. But what they did say is the $400 million includes both software and hardware, so you've got to bear in mind we had the £300 Spartan Lock, Agent Lock limited edition console. We've had the limited edition
controllers.
We've had the legendary edition boxes with the Master Chief and Spartan Lock's statues, which are like £200. So you can't just do $400 million divided by $60 gives you 6.6 million games. It's probably more along the lines of, what do you reckon, 5 million?
5 million, I would
maybe
say.
5 to 6 million.
Yeah, it's got to be about 5. We say 5 conservatively.
But that's a solid launch. Bearing in mind, again, this figure might be slightly higher now, but as of the start of October, about 14.5 million Xbox Ones were out in the market.
Yeah.
So let's say maybe 15 million now.
Yeah.
So to sell 5 million of your game, that's
so a third of your install base has Halo. That's pretty good.
That is a pretty good install base. It's also the biggest selling Xbox Live title in its first week. And that kind of makes sense because digital is just getting bigger and bigger.
It is.
We saw Destiny on the PS4 do it. Games are going to continue to do it as digital get bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, not any game, obviously, but the big games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all in all, lots of money for Microsoft.
It is.
Which makes them and their shareholders happy.
And you can catch a Let's Play, what we did last week.
Yes. Go and watch it. You can watch Ashby die a lot of times.
Hey.
Well, how many did you die?
Yes.
Did you complete the level?
No.
There we go.
Hang on a second. I did well in the first 2/3 of the level, and just right at the end, I was struggling a bit.
You got really fine, and then it was like, all right, I'm going to see if I can rush through this now to complete the level for the Let's Play.
I was trying to
just kept dying.
I was trying to speed run through like 100 enemies. It was wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, but if you want to watch some gameplay, or you just want to watch Ash die, if you want to watch Ash die, you got to make sure you watch to the end. Get that average view time up.
Yeah, but a great looking game for those of you that haven't checked it out and that have an Xbox. So Dan excluded. Check it out.
He can buy the Xbox One. He can get limited edition.
He could.
And he should do. And it's disgusting that he hasn't. You going to buy it?
Not today, no.
Well, no, the shops are closed today. But is this... Halo 5 is now out. Yeah. It's doing well. Everyone's talking about it. Is this the time for you to...
Well, I am now being hounded for what I want for Christmas, so...
there you go.
Maybe I can factor it all in.
Problem solved.
There you go, Dan's parents. Make sure. I'm sure they watch.
I'm sure they do.
So, make sure you buy them an Xbox.
Get the whole family to club together.
And they're pretty cheap now. You can get one for like 220 quid, 30 quid for the base model. Anyway, let's move over to something that Dan can talk about just to make him a little bit happier. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes.
It was N7 day this weekend, November 7th. And a new trailer dropped. What do you make of the trailer? Not really much to say about it. But
no, it's mostly just live action archive footage of actual space exploration. But it's the voiceover that I think is the bigger thing about that.
Yep.
Is because it's the voice actress who did the female Shepard voice throughout the original trilogy and so on, and it's like talking about the exploration of man going forwards, and it's basically it's a send-off message to the new. This is how I take it. It's a send-off message to the new characters and everything, and their ship and all of that.
Yeah,
and it's just voicing over the fact that they're going off and they are continuing the exploration of space.
That's how I interpret it as well, because the Commander Shepard signing off, you know, that means I'm gone. I'm handing the reins over.
It's basically the wording as well. I can't remember exactly, but it's basically along the lines of we're sending you off, and as you go, you will look back one last time. It's almost as if it's this a mission where you're never coming back, kind of thing. It's like you are going to go from your entire life, and then it's going to be generations on this kind of ship and style.
Well, the well, I don't know if I want to say that for spoilers or not, but let's just say the Andromeda has to move on from what the original trilogy was for certain reasons.
Yeah, it's set in the Andromeda galaxy. That's why it's called that. Whereas we've moved out of the Milky Way.
Yeah, so
that's always been stated that it's moving out of there.
I mean, there's a lot of people that are maybe cautious or unhappy that Commander Shepard might not be in the game. There was a person on the internet, on the old Twitter, having a moan. Who'd have thought people
having a moan on Twitter,
negative energy through the internet? Never heard of such a thing. No. What a bunch of wankers. But anyway, the senior development director of the game kind of responded to one of these messages, basically saying, "You need to be open-minded to a Mass Effect game with no Shepard. It can be good."
Yeah.
It's like, and we talked about this recently about kind of the importance of characters in video games.
We did, yeah.
And I don't think Mass Effect is necessarily one, because that character becomes what you want to make them.
Yeah.
Shepard is just a shell that you create.
Yeah, especially because it's so, apart from the voice, everything is customization, or customizable rather, about that person. So like they will look exactly like you want. It's like your Shepard is not going to look the same as the other person's Shepard. The fact that you can swap the gender, so it's not like a Nathan Drake where it's everything is set and that is what they are.
That character has been built by that studio. Yeah,
it's like you pick your path a lot more in that sort of game, and I don't think it ultimately affects.
Basically,
things
people
much.
need to get over it. Like, for the want of a better word, if you want to be Commander Shepard, keep playing the original trilogy.
Yeah, it's like, not to overly nerd it here, but it's the same kind of thing as if you compare the Star Trek stuff, the number of different things they've had with different characters, and so on. But it's still the same core concept.
It is.
Of the existence of the world.
There's no main character, is there?
I don't know. I don't watch Star Trek.
No, but this is what I'm saying. But it's a set.
Yeah.
World as such.
It's a world,
and they're continually changing the characters within, and obviously people still watch it because they kept making the damn things.
Yeah.
So Mass Effect. I mean, we're still a year off, so we're looking at earliest probably fall next year, November next year.
It's gonna be the big game next year.
If it doesn't actually come out for N7 Day, or at least around then.
November 7th.
That could be their target. It's got to be. I mean, they're saying it's about a year out from being fully developed, so November 7th.
That would be a Monday.
Monday.
Games generally release on a Tuesday.
Yeah. But as in, like, I'm just saying, if it's ready, if it's around N7 Day, that would be.
They might change it to N8.
Well, they could change the release, but they can't change N7 Day.
N7's a thing within Mass Effect.
So anyway,
which you can play because it's free on PlayStation
Plus.
Yes,
it is.
Mass Effect 2 right now, free PlayStation Plus, PS3. Make sure you go and download it. We kind of brushed over it last week with the plethora of information that we had. It was, but that's a very good game. You don't need to play the first Mass Effect to enjoy this game. Dan can tell you that from experience.
Yeah, I didn't play the first one, and to be honest, I almost think the setup of going into 2 without having the first game was fine.
Yeah.
As in that, I feel I didn't miss anything because I played 3 first and then
Oh,
played
did you?
2. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Because I kind of was playing it backwards because I got 2 off the back of enjoying 3 because I went into HMV and just got it on second hand
Okay.
cheap because I was just looking for
you didn't
something.
support the developers. Disgraceful.
So it's like,
But yeah.
I've heard a lot about that. I'll pick it up, and so I enjoyed it that much. I went back further in the series, the first one that was available on console.
Yeah, well, because the first one was originally an Xbox console exclusive.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft published it.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of people didn't play 1. But yeah, 2 is arguably, well, I'm speaking like I'm an expert. I've never played any of them really, but 2 is, by a lot of people's opinion, the best in the series.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So make sure you play that and enjoy it if you have a PS3. So, moving on now. Battleborn.
Yeah.
Another February 2016 title. The month that is very, very busy, but it's not so busy anymore because Battleborn has been delayed. Gearbox's first-person arena shooter, now coming out on May 6th.
Yeah.
Provisionally. Because, personally, well, they've said, normal spiel, fully realise its creative vision, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And we say 100 times, it's fine to delay a game, make it better, blah, blah, blah. But I just have this opinion about this game. There's something I can't quite put my finger on it, but I just think it's not going to be very good. I don't know why. I might be completely wrong.
I think you're wrong.
I think I might be wrong, but there's just, I don't know, there's just something about it that I can't quite explain. But something just feels a little bit off about it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
I do like the look of this game. I am looking forward to this game. I will be buying this game unless something changes dramatically. I think it's colourful, it's fun. I like the concept. You've got a number of heroes with the objective of fighting evil to save the last star in the universe. I like it. It's nice. It's colourful, vibrant.
Quirky as well.
It is quirky. You've got some really nice, good weapons in there, different types of characters as well.
Yeah.
It
does have potential. I'm not going to bash it until things come out.
Till it's out and then you can bash it.
Yeah, then I can bash it
Everyone
all I
else in
want.
the world.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of Loadout. Was it Loadout?
Loadout was
Yeah.
first person.
It kind of reminds me a little bit like that.
Loadout was free though.
Loadout was free.
Well, free to play.
Yeah.
That makes February a little bit easier for us. I was looking at February.
Yeah.
And it's crazy the amount of games that are there, and March as well. 2016 is already
Busy.
jam packed, and that doesn't even include the games that we haven't yet heard of. I know we have this conversation 100 times, but it's just like I really, really need to win the lottery so I can make gaming my full-time thing. Because I just do not have enough time to play all these games.
Yeah.
But anyway, Battleborn, look for it in May. Hopefully there are plenty of games to tie you over until then. And closing out the news, we had an interesting console appear in Hong Kong this week. Now it's not anything new or recent, but it's the Nintendo PlayStation hybrid console that appeared in the early 90s. If anyone didn't know, initially Sony and Nintendo were going to team up to make a console. This was before Sony were in the console space.
It was
going to be
pre-PlayStation.
Pre-PlayStation, yeah. This was actually going to be called the Nintendo PlayStation.
Yeah.
But basically what happened was Nintendo and Sony had a big falling out, and as a result, the console never went out. Sony went their separate ways, created the PlayStation, and then, as they say, the rest is history. Bet Nintendo are feeling pretty darn stupid right now.
I wonder if there's anyone still within those companies that's was meant to be part of that original deal kind of thing working for it. It's just constantly reminded.
Yeah.
Of how
Nintendo's failures only really come. I mean, if you looked at the last,
recent. Yeah.
If you looked at the last gen, Nintendo destroyed Sony.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was any Nintendo. I don't think they need to worry yet because they've still got a load of money. But obviously, the most popular console choice right now is Sony's, not Nintendo's.
Yeah,
Nintendo
but what I mean out of that is not so much of like anyone's failed, but just imagine how ridiculously powerful those two companies would be.
Yeah.
Combined.
It's really interesting, isn't it? Yeah, if Sony had never come in, would Microsoft have even entered the fray? Because they came in because they were worried about Sony taking over the living room. That was basically their kind of inspiration. They were basically like, yeah, we don't want Sony taking over our living room, so we're going to bring out this box. Lose a shed load of money, but it doesn't matter because it's the principle of the American living room, goddammit.
Yeah.
Can't have a Japanese invading us again. Or something along those lines.
I'm sure it was something along those lines, yeah.
So yeah, anyway, the reason this is up in the news is because there was a company called Advanta Corporation that went bankrupt, and this bloke worked for the company, and they were doing auctions and stuff, and he bid on this certain lot for $75, and within this lot was a prototype of this console. Now, they were supposed to have all been destroyed, but obviously
one or two.
One of them wasn't.
Escaped,
The reason it appears that this one stayed kind of in one piece was because the CEO of Sony Interactive at the time then went and worked for this company and probably took it with him, even though he was probably not supposed to.
What, hidden under his jumper kind of thing, just like.
Yeah. So that's been up there playing Super Bomberman on it, and you can see from the console that it did definitely have some inspiration of between. It is very much an amalgamation of the PlayStation and the SNES.
Yeah.
Its shape very much looks like SNES.
And then it's got the round buttons of the PlayStation.
Yeah.
It played cartridges, but it was also going to play discs as well. Because obviously back then discs were new and not really a thing for gaming, but so much cheaper to manufacture. I just thought it was a cool little story.
It's a nice little story after all this time, how that can... I mean, what are we talking?
25 years, basically.
5 years. I mean, that's crazy. 25 years. What have you got in your attic after 25 years?
Funnily enough, I've been going through my attic recently. And do either of you remember Subutio?
Yes.
I do.
I've got a shed load of Subutio.
Wow.
And it's so funny because some of it was actually handed down from my dad. And it's really, really old. The box is literally just, they're orange. And it has the names of the teams. Yeah. And it's Blackpool / Holland / Cambridge United, because it could just be any team that played in orange with white shorts.
That's crazy.
I don't think we got that stuff anymore. We used to have a load of it as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
We actually had do you have the tabletop cloth mat?
Yeah, we had the cloth mat.
Yeah, we actually had that, but my dad, for me and my brother, actually cut up some plywood and then stuck it down.
Because that was always the problem. Board. The creases in it.
Yeah. You'd go over and it'd be like blum, 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 blum. It'd be like where you'd folded it.
Yeah.
You'd have just this. Woo!
Yeah, so we actually had a proper smooth surface for it to play on.
That is very smart.
Yeah.
For anyone under the age of 20 that has no idea what we're talking about, Google Subutio. This is how we used to play football in our home before video games.
This is pre-FIFA.
This is almost as good as FIFA. It is almost as good as FIFA, but not quite. You basically flick little plastic men around and knock a plastic ball.
They were hard plastic, and if you caught it on the wrong part of your nail, it really hurts.
Yeah.
So if the player went off the table, he basically broke and was therefore injured.
Yeah. But yeah.
Good times.
My mum wants to get rid of it, and I don't know if I can. It's
it could be valuable.
That's what I wondered. I might look up and see how valuable it is. A lot of them are probably broken though, because they've just been in these boxes for years.
Subutio Let's Play next week.
Ooh. Interesting. I like that idea.
Just
for our Friday, for our classic Let's Play.
Something a little bit quirky.
It doesn't get more classic than that.
Pre-video games. It's still a game.
We could do it.
The Gamer Initiative. It's still a game.
We could do that. I don't know how I'd film it, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out off screen anyway.
We digress.
This is the kind of level of planning and intellect that go into our team meetings.
Yeah. Fully scripted.
Let's play Subutio. Yeah. So, what are we talking about?
We just finished the news. We're coming up to games.
Okay, so
we got all the news.
That's all the news, and also the insight into my attic space.
That sounds so dodgy.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Games this week, yes. So the big release, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Obviously, everyone knows what Call of Duty is. Even if you didn't know video games, you still know what Call of Duty is.
You would.
Ash, you've bought it.
Yeah.
How is it so far?
It's good. It's really good. Actually, my first experience of this was, as much as I hate online, was actually the multiplayer. But I did a closed session with a friend. The maps are really good looking. They look amazing. The setup is relatively straightforward. It's an easy game to just to set up a session with a friend, and you're done. It's smooth. It looks great. I've started the campaign. I'm only on the first mission though.
Are you playing it on the hardest difficulty? What's it called? We talked about it. Realism or something.
Realistic, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like basically one shot kill.
Yeah.
You playing on that?
No, I'm playing on easy.
Working your way up.
Right, I'll explain. I don't have time to play a game on a hard difficulty because I need to play the game quickly because I only have a certain amount of time to play this game.
You have one more day until Fallout.
Exactly.
Unless you're trying to platinum it, in which case.
I was going to say, yeah. Did you not play all
them Call of Duty?
No. But this is what I'm saying. You only do it when you're trying to.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
correct,
when you're not, you speed it.
You had the time to play all Uncharted on
I did.
Crushing.
Yes, I did.
Twice.
But then I love Uncharted. I knew I could get the platinum trophies on those, so I spent the time. But yeah, you're right. With Fallout coming very, very soon, Halo 5 sat there and a few other things, I knew that Call of Duty, I need to get through it as quickly as possible.
So I just find it funny, like now, like, do you remember the time when video games were just a hobby that we enjoyed? Now he's like, I have to get through this. Like it's a chore. I have to get through this as quickly as possible.
But we'll, we haven't decided yet, but we might be doing a Let's Play possibly on
we need
Call of
to
Duty, so.
We need to work out our schedule seriously because now we're at the stage where games are coming out quicker than we can
Thick
do
and fast.
So
It's
maybe Subutio will have to be a bonus video. So we can actually do proper video Let's Plays.
Bonus content.
Yeah. For free as well. You're
Insert
welcome,
second
world.
disc.
You watch this, that'll be like a video, they get like 500,000 views and it's populate us to stardom, and then this channel will turn into just a Subutio channel.
If we get paid the
we found our
YouTube
calling.
dollars,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Yeah.
I would happily do it for like a week. Need for Speed is the other big title this week.
You said you were going to get this. Did you pick it up?
Well, I'm playing it for free on EA Access.
Okay.
I've got 10 hours of it.
Okay.
That's enough for me for now because I don't think I'm going to have more than 10 hours to play this game before Christmas. It will go on my Christmas list. If I get it, then great. If I don't, then...
So have you actually played any of it?
Yeah. Well, basically what I'm playing now is the same as basically what I did in the beta anyway. Because it's just the start of the game. It's got hints and tips and over the screen now so you actually know what you're doing. Whereas in the beta it didn't have that. But yeah, it's still good. I like it. The handling is... Don't get put off by the game when you do your very first race or very first couple of races because the handling, I don't like the handling at the start personally. But then as soon as you get into the garage you can customise everything and then...
I hear the cutscenes were a little bit cringy.
I like them.
They're a bit,
It's live action
Yeah.
with very cliche characters.
Yeah.
But I like them. They're likable. I feel like they're my friends now. So
That's because they are cool.
They're your crew.
And you're not cool and you wish you were cool and you wish you were at their party.
pretty much.
Yeah.
This guy's got a trucker cap and a leather jacket, and I think I'm going to go and purchase both of those things tomorrow.
The intimidation level
If there's
is
nothing
so high.
that says cool more than trucker.
Exactly. Do you not remember the episode of Entourage? Do you watch Entourage?
Not really.
No, never mind then. But there's an episode where this guy wants a trucker cap, but it's got weed on it, and the only way you can buy it is in a weed shop. So he goes to a doctor and gets one of these fake weed cards. Not because he wants any of the weed, but just because he wants to go in the shop and buy the trucker cap.
Nice.
Anyway, Air Conflict's Pacific Carriers for the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Staying with the big budget titles for the week. This one, if you're looking for a kind of warplane simulator, well, I say simulator, arcade experience, then this is the title for you. The music in the trailer sounds really cool, and I assume the game.
Yeah.
The gameplay is, I don't know, I haven't played the game, but it looks okay.
From what I've seen, it's very so-so. But I think that's in part of, as I was saying, is almost limited by the fact that it is World War II planes. It's machine guns more than missiles and everything like that. You're kind of limited by history as such.
Yeah, it's not fighter jets.
It's not an F-16 just like absolutely bombing it across the map kind of thing.
These games were fine on the Xbox, PS2. Crimson Skies were really good.
This is actually, from what I can tell, a remake of what was a PS3, Xbox 360 PC game from back at the end of 2012, early 2013 kind of thing. So it's not a new game.
Yeah, I mean, I played these on the PC, pre sort of console stuff. It was it was a good game.
They were always fun.
It's kind of, in my opinion, it's sort of these games has had its day. Maybe in time, maybe with PlayStation VR or something. I don't know. Maybe there is a future in it, but as it stands at the moment,
I do honestly believe their limitations are historical in the sense of, because everything is so fast paced, what we're used to in like action games and everything that's come out these days, that the pace that it delivers these sort of things, it's a lot slower. And therefore it's kind of like it's realistic to the sense of how people could fly.
It is.
You think of how big Flight Simulator was.
Oh yeah, God, I used to love it.
And probably still is to some people.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's a very, very slow pace, realistic kind of situation that you're in.
It was more just, I used to play it just for the challenge of trying to land, trying to
God,
line
it was
it
difficult,
up
wasn't it?
and land and staying on the runway when you landed. It was hard.
I used to just fly Guernsey to Jersey because anything more than 10 minutes and I got bored. Especially when they took out. I mean, I don't mean this in a horrible way, but they took out the crash features after 9/11. It was like that was almost not intentionally, but that was part of the fun of the game. Of like, when you fucked up, you just crash. And it was like,
like Burnout. Everyone plays it just to see demolition.
And it's just like, when that got taken away, because like basically I think when you hit the ground, it was just like you crashed a plane, game over, or whatever. Anyway, we digress.
But so that's out.
The Peanut movie, Snoopy's Grand Adventure, for the PS4, and
I think we've pretty
Xbox
much
One.
hit the list now where Ash cares not.
I was just going to go. Have my lunch.
So this is in collaboration with the Peanut movie, I assume. But it must have come out now, or maybe coming out. I don't know. I'm not up to date on my Peanut movie knowledge.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
Peanuts in general.
it's a. I do like peanuts.
Yes. I'm assuming referring to the nut.
we keep going off track with every single topic.
We were really good up until the topic 5.
All joking aside, the game looks like a fun little game. I think, if you're, under the age of 10, or maybe just an adult that mentally is under the age of 10, you will still enjoy this game.
So basically what you're saying is you have to be a child or a retard to enjoy it. That's what you're saying.
I did not say that. What I
That's
meant
basically what you said. That is what you said.
No, if you're childish. I meant if you're a childish sort of person. Yeah, right. Anyway,
so it's a child. It's aimed at kids. It's a kid platformer. That's basically what it is. It looks fine. If it's colourful, it won't be too challenging, I assume. So if you want that kind of game, let's move on. Let's get away from that train wreck. Poncho. This one is for the as Ash would say, the less retarded.
I did not even use that term.
You basically implied it. Anyway, let's move on. Poncho is a 2.5D platform game. This one looks quite clever. It's got that kind of the 16-bit style, but it looks 2D side-scrolling, but then
it's layered.
There's layers to it, depth to the platform. Kind of a little bit like you have with Little Big Planet, where there's like you can go forward and backwards. There are 3 layers to the side-scrolling, but this one looks like it might actually have even more.
Yeah,
like
there
there's
is
quite a lot of layers to it.
Yeah.
So it looks like a fun little platformer. How it is comparatively to others, I don't know, but it offers something different, which is what we always say is a game has to do, because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
You need something to
distinguish yourself.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then we've got Norn 9 for the PS Vita, which has a fantastic theme tune that Ash, I think, was very fond of.
Yeah.
I didn't actually look up what this game was. I remember I said I was going to look it up. It basically...
Well, while you look, we can just have like 30 seconds of the theme playing.
No, we don't want that. But it's a Japanese game, first and foremost. Very, Japanese, if there is such a thing. And basically, it says here the plot. The story takes place a little in the future, guided by one particular song. Young elementary schooler, someone, is warped through a time skip to an unfamiliar place that looks much like the towns from Meiji or Taisho period from his textbooks. So basically, it sounds like some song kind of takes him into this kind of...
It's like a Japanese never-ending story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's for the Vita. Originally a PS... it looks like it might be a sequel to a PSP game.
Atreyu.
Or possibly even just a port of a PSP game. As you can see, I didn't really do much research on this because Ash was too upset by the game that we had to move on quickly.
It wasn't. It was just the music. It was like a really bad rendition of Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
That's how a lot of Japanese anime music is, actually.
It was a Japanese Celine Dion.
Anyway, the final game is Fat City for the Vita, which basically is... What did you describe it as?
Pac-Man.
It's basically it's a reskinned Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's Pac-Man, but you appear to be a bank robber or burglar, and you have to kind of rob and basically evade the cops.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't sound like you go waka 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 waka.
Yeah,
as you're going along.
So that it looks quite fun.
I think it's a good game for the Vita. I
game.
will say that it's definitely the right fit and style of game that you want for your Vita.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. It works.
All right, pick of the week then, guys. Ash.
Well, I mean, I'd have to say Call of Duty. I mean, not just because it's the biggest game released this week, but because it is the game I picked up. Out of this list, it's always the game that I was going to buy anyway. Need for Speed, I'm probably realistically not going to be picking up. I like my racers, but I think there are better racing games. Yeah.
Dan?
Yeah, it's Call of Duty for me. I mean, I haven't played a lot of first-person shooters lately, so it's more likely to fill a hole than Need for Speed at the moment because I've had my racing fix for a while.
I can't believe you guys are just completely disregarding the other 5 excellent titles we had this week. But I'm going to go Need for Speed. I think it's there's kind of been some mixed reviews, unfairly. I think it's actually a very good racing game. And you can trust me because I know what I'm talking about. When it comes to races, I know my stuff.
I still don't think you'll ever beat the original Need for Speed game.
No. Of course. It's better than Rivals not last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was.
Yeah.
You know, I went in with pretty low expectations of Need for Speed, which I think is probably why I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this isn't going to be very good. But no, it's fun racing. Yes, okay, the live action might be a bit cringy, but I personally like it.
They've had the live action cringy stuff in a few of them, so...
It's a beautiful world, it's open world, you can drive around, all the customization is there. It's just a good, fun racer.
Yeah.
So, pick it up if you're looking for that. And that's it for this week.
Made it.
Just about. There was a few detours along the way.
there was. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of the new Mass Effect trailer, or the delay of Battleborn, or if you're playing Need for Speed, or even Norn 9, you can let Ash know how good that one is. But for now, Ash, Dan, thank you.
Guys.
Thanks, guys.
And everyone out there, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.